put in all your time, put in all the hours, the years of doing this, and then the opportunity at OU comes up. Mm-hmm. And then you are one of, I guess, a few people to get that, to apply for that job. What was that experience like?
Well, I was on the crew as the sideline guy. I got the job as the sideline guy in 2009.
Yeah.
So I had been, which was huge, but I'd been on the crew for a couple of years when Bob Berry announced he was retiring as the play-by-play voice. And I mean, that's, the golden egg. I mean, that's the one that you always talk about. Man, wouldn't that be awesome? Who knows? He announced he was retiring, and I talked to my wife and she said to me, "You're gonna try for this, right?" And
Which is a great thing for your wife.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she knew. We talked about it forever. She knew. And I said, well, of course, I'm going to put my name in, the hunt. But just so you know, we've got no chance at getting this job because there's a lot more experienced broadcasters out there who are going to be interested in this. And
it's a huge position.
It's a huge position. Walter Cronkite started as the voice of the Sooners. Kurt Gowdy, John Brooks, Bob Berry, Mike Treps. I mean, it's one of the biggest chairs in sports broadcasting. The voice of the Oklahoma Sooners has been a kingmaker, really. I mean, it's been unbelievable, the names they've churned out. So, and it's a school and an athletic department that is in the hunt for everything. They're on the biggest stage in football, basketball, baseball, you name it. I mean, OU has been really, really good for a long time. So just temper your enthusiasm. We got no...
Well, and also it's not a position that's like, you spend 10 years at maybe and that's it. Like this is a long position too, right? Like it's kind of a position that people in the past have done it till they have decided they're going to step away rather than, which is great. Like they want consistency and they want you to be on there and be the voice, and they want fans to listen that maybe grew up listening to you when they may be playing or going to the school and then listen to you after they graduate.
Right.
And
that's why you throw your hat in the ring, because you don't know if it's going to come open again in your lifetime.
Yeah.
But I was in my mid-30s. I was young and didn't think I had much of a chance. But we, they cut it to the top 5, and we had some phone interviews, and I remember being excited just about that.
Just I was have an opportunity, I have a chance.
Well, and I told Jenny, if even if we don't get the job, we can always tell people, hey, we were one of the top 5 candidates. I mean, that's how big of a deal it was. And then they cut it to the top 3, and the same thing. I was like, well, they're probably just throwing me a bone because I'm the sideline guy. But now we can tell people, hey, I was one of the top 3 candidates.
Yeah.
And it's a funny story. Actually went to campus for interviews when they narrowed it to the top 3, and I met with Joe Castiglione, the athletic director, and that went great. We knew each other well. My wife made me buy a new suit for the interviews and everything, and then he walked me over to President Boren's office, and I'd never met President Boren. I knew of him, obviously. Very intimidating man, has worked in intelligence at the highest levels in the government, and we met, and he knew everything about me when I walked in. Like, he knew my family's names. He knew all my teachers at Southern Nazarene. Yeah. He'd done his research. But we had a great conversation. For an hour and a half, we talked about the job. We talked about the history of the job. We talked about my family. It was so comfortable.
Yeah.
And it was going really well. And I remember he looked at his watch and he said, "Oh, I'm going to have to let you go. Henry Kissinger's coming over the house tonight, and I got to get home." And I thought, it blew my mind. I thought, that's the first and last time anybody will ever tell me they got to go because Henry Kissinger's coming over the house. But I left and skipped back across campus to my car, and I called my wife, and I said, we might get this job.
Yeah.
Because it went that well. And she goes, don't get your hopes up, And sure enough, they called a couple of days later and offered us a job, and I don't know if I was their first choice or 10th choice, but it has been an absolute life changer for us.
Yeah.
It has been better than we could have imagined, and we imagined big things, and the places we've got to go and the games we've got to call and the people we've met and players and coaches and everything has been unbelievable.
Dream.
It is a dream.
Yeah.
It really is. There's nothing I'd rather be doing in this world.
I got goosebumps thinking about it. Like you get that job and then you're straight to work, I guess, right? Like,
don't screw it up.
Don't eggshells and all the rest, walking on eggshells, all the rest of it. But